Hey, welcome to another episode of the Evolved Dad Shortcast. Recently, work has been really busy for me to the point where the hours that I've been working have been extended, we'll call it. And I had a thought. I'm all about consistency. I'm all about finding a pocket of time every day to do something. Be it, let's say, getting to put my kids to bed or having some time to sit down with them, going on a walk with my wife, little things like that. And it's something that will work. Realistically, I'd say big picture of life, probably 90 to 95% of the time. Realistically, in the world that we live in, based on the average situation of work, life, and just the craziness that we have. So the question is, and this is something that I've been thinking about recently, what can I do to be more intentional during those times where I don't have the ability to be able to make those times? To be realistic and understand that it's not always going to happen. There are going to be times I can be as intentional as I want, but the reality is that sometimes it just won't happen. I'm not going to sit here like one of those gurus that say, you can do it, you just have to shut everything else out and just no. That's not realistic. And that's a terrible example for your kids. So, what's my opportunity to be able to take the situation of being very busy, running on fumes, as people like to say? How can I still show up as a great dad? And after sitting and thinking about it for a little bit, it's very simple. It's like if you have a set workout routine, here and there you trip up. Maybe there's a week here, a few weeks there, a day, whatever it may be. We all know the realities of life. Sometimes there's a sickness going through the family during those seasons. Maybe you're on vacation and just, you're trying to be present in the moment and you're not getting that workout in. It doesn't always happen. But when you come back to reality and you're living in the day to days of life, you get back into your routine. So, what's the opportunity in the meantime to be able to make the most of the moment, continue building that up, and take advantage of this time that you have with your children? And as I asked myself this, I thought back to the times and through the times that I've had. To be honest, sometimes you're not going to get around to doing these things. And you're not going to be able to get to the point of doing anything at all. And you're going to have to be okay with that. Because if you beat yourself up over that 5 or 10% of time, you're going to push yourself back and you're going to end up losing the gains that you had in the 90% of time. That's one way to look at it. And that's sometimes how life is. Sometimes you just don't have that ability to even start thinking about something else. That's the reality. And it doesn't make you any worse of a father because of that. You're not a bad father. It's not that you're not a dad. It's not that you're not going on that journey. You are going on that journey. That's part of the journey. There's no clear path here. You're going to have setbacks. That's the reality. So accepting that and being okay with that while trying to do the most that you can without further burning yourself out is the most important thing. Because as soon as you can get back to the reality where you can get into that routine, the better off you'll be. And sometimes it may be weeks where you're in that rut. That's the reality. Did you try to get yourself out? Yes, within reason. Do you want to go superhuman on it? That's okay if that's your choice. But it's okay if your choice is to be able to realize that this is reality and I'm working through this best I can. Because the more you encourage yourself to get through it, the better off you're going to be. If you're going to sit there and berate yourself and beat yourself up over the fact that you did something or didn't do something because you're in an extreme situation, you're not helping yourself, you're hurting yourself. So give yourself that little bit of grace. You're working your tail off and you're constantly trying to do more. It's okay. You're going to get back to that. You just need a little bit of a reprieve. We're all human. The other way to look at it is a concept that some people refer to as layering, where let's say you're taking your kids to school or you're taking them to the store, whatever it may be, or as simple as a routine around the house, maybe cleaning up from dinner. In that moment, recognizing that you have those few seconds, add in a small joke, add in a random question, ask them what was something fun or something that they hated about the day. Just having that connection is really along the same lines. It's not that you're doing something that has to have a specific outcome. You're doing something that does have an outcome. Meaning there's no agenda here. There's no agenda of, I need to get to a certain level. The focus right now is just retaining and building a connection. So by asking those small things in the moment, taking advantage of those small pockets of time where you're already doing something else, but recognizing that you have this time right now to be able to build that connection with your child, that's the other route you could take. But again, keeping in mind that when you push yourself with a focus. Don't push yourself endlessly because you burn yourself out. You're doing damage for the entire family. Your family needs you. You're the dad. The less you're able to show up for them, the more it hurts everyone. So if that means that you need to just take it slow, take a step back, it's important that you do that. The same way that it's important that you're there for them, whether it's for grilling something, whether it's for building something, whether it's for taking them somewhere, or just working, whatever it may be. This is just as important. The same way that you work to ensure that your wife is doing and feeling as best as possible within your means, that your kids are as healthy as possible within your means. Don't forget about yourself. If you set yourself aside, you're doing no one a favor. You're just hurting the entire family structure. So let's do a quick recap. You're running on fumes. You barely have time to do your daily stuff. You want to get those little pieces, those little daily interactions in, but you don't have time to set aside that time. Either allow yourself to get through this time where you can't do that and be okay with that. Or try layering. Try adding in those little bits of conversations while you're doing your other daily stuff that's already happening. When you have those little interactions with your kids, with your wife. Those are the ways that I've come up with to be able to get through these times. It's rough because as dads, we don't want to ever be in that point where we can't show up, where we can't do better, where we can't be the one that's there for everything. But that's the reality. And the quicker we are to accept the reality, the better off we're going to be for growing for the future. Take care of yourself. Don't forget about the fact that you are dad, and dad is the one that they're all looking for. Dad is the one they're all looking to. This is your opportunity. It's a choice that you make, how you're going to get through these times. And whatever choice you make, it's a learning experience. As always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. This is Jonathan, the Evolved Dad, signing off.